Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Am I a little bit tardy getting this started tonight? I was just chatting to Joker. Oh, 4 minutes late, Joker. We're 4 minutes late. That's really bad of us.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do, eh? What are we going to do? Hello, Daniel. Hello, Halakar. Hello, IQ. IQ's being heroic because, of course, he is. He's a hero these days. I mean, who was it who set him on this course towards heroism? What thanks do I get for setting him on this course to heroism, making him be heroic? He buggers off and leaves us on a Friday night to go and be heroic. Hello, Elfbait. How are you tonight? Hope you're warmer than we are here. So if you notice, I have.
I'm glad it's not just me.
No, it's not just you. I saw you sat there huddling in your fleece beforehand. In the green room, I was chatting away to Joker. He couldn't hear me because his headset wasn't working. Hello, Mr. Baker. How are you? You all okay? You're well. I hope you are. I'm going to be, even though last week's stream basically said we're going to finish the book, we didn't finish last week. So we've got to finish it. 20 Fahrenheit. Okay, that's about -5, -6 in our money. So yeah, he's colder than us.
Oh, okay.
He's colder than us. Yeah, they're colder. Oh well, they're colder. It's about 1 here, about 1 centigrade, one Celsius, about 1 or 0, something like that, which is 32 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but it feels like there's a wind with it.
Yes, you're in Missouri now, aren't you, Elfbait? In the Midwest. But Mercurius has been a generous sausage as usual. My ear trumpet has been struck by lightning. So where is my book? How are you? Are you all well? Are you all well? That's what. Joker, are you well?
I am fair to middling.
Fair to middling. Is that all?
Yes, I could be down or up, but I'm fairly middling.
You're middling. You're middling. Yeah, I'm a bit knackered, but. 1 more day of work and a day off.
Ooh, a day off.
Daniel's joined in. Look at this. Look at this. Daniel's joined in. Daniel, are you joining us on the stream tonight, or are you?
I was going to say, have you forgot where he is on Friday nights?
Probably has. Yes, he's probably completely forgotten where he is. It's Friday, Daniel. It's Friday for Valentine's. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Oh, we love you too. You're trying to. Okay.
Stop getting Kelsey to do your dirty work.
Of course, didn't stream on Wednesday night because my daughter had a football match playing against the RAF. Our first team had already played this RAF team, and the RAF team had won 5-2, which is a bit of a kicking. So when my daughter went with the development team, the youngsters, we expected it to be pretty horrific. We expected it to be pretty horrible. But no, RAF only won 2-0, and it was very close. So really good effort. And she played an absolute blinder. She really worked hard because the RAF team were all mature women.
Yes, Daniel, where it always is.
Yeah, where it always is. It was a team of mature women who are very, very physically fit because they're in the armed forces, and very physical. And it was a tough game. Mercurius is outdoing Daniel. Thank you, Mercurius. Thank you, Mercurius.
The Valentine's battle that don't want to happen.
I wubwoo too. I wubwoo.
Whoa.
Let's observe a moment of silence for all those ladies who found out today they're actually the side chick. Thing is, you'd have to be a brave man to have a bit on the side, because hell hath no fury, as they say. Hell hath no fury. I'd like to keep mine, thank you very much. I'm a good boy.
I was going to say the only problem is with that. Most of us have problem keeping one happy. Never mind two.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work. As they say, can't live with them, can't live without them. I mean, yeah. But hey ho, I wouldn't change mine for the world. Wouldn't change mine for the world. She'd probably change me at the drop of a hat. But hey ho, Manfred.
Oh no, that's why you're in the attic 3 times a week.
3 times a week. every bloody night apart from Sundays, mate. And the only reason I'm not up here on a Sunday is because I've got a quiz to host.
Oh yes, indeed.
This is a continuation. Yes, Manfred. We are near the end of a book. They could keep each other company. Well, he could go to the pub. Hello, Jeb.
Oh.
Hello, Jeb. Yeah, we're hopefully finishing a book tonight, but then we're going to discuss what we're going to do next week. Because, in fact, I'm going to get a poll put up. Let's get the poll put up straight away, because I don't think there's much of this book left. So just bear with me. Joker, entertain them however you fancy. Or is that dangerous?
Daniel, hurry up, get in here.
You say Daniel's more entertaining than you are. You need someone to bounce off.
I always need somebody to bounce off, you know that.
Right. Misery. Yes, misery. Hello, Robert. I get all plaudits. All plaudits, man. All plaudits.
Robert, you'll be okay long as you can swim. If you can swim, you're all right to travel with Daniel on a boat.
Okay, this is for next week. These are your options. We have
Number 1.
That is option 1. That is option 2. That is option 3. And I'm giving you a 4th option. Here we go. Here we go. There we are. Vote away, fellas. Vote away. You have your choices. We have 10 people watching. There are currently 6 votes on the poll. If you are watching, vote away as to what you want me to do next week, because I think we're close to the end of this book. I'm sure we are. $11 watching now. Hello, Straw Piglet.
That used to be a TV program.
What did Straw Piglet?
No, watching.
What? Oh, watching. Yes, yes. It was a sitcom. Set in Liverpool, I believe.
Yeah.
What about Aardvark? There's some good Aardvark in the book we're reading. Let me find some of the Aardvark.
Aardvark.
Oh, we haven't met her. I can't. There we go. Well, let me switch to my other view so I can see what I'm showing. Oh, there's some nice Aardvark in this book. It's very nice. Look at that. Look at that. AD&D crap module is losing. There should have been a Straw Piglet TV show. I think it's a good idea. I think it would be a good idea. Starring a piglet made of straw. Or stuffed with straw. A soft, plushy piglet. But at the moment, Paranoia One Shot is winning.
Well, am I not surprised?
You always miss the beat. Yeah. Yes, Manfred. Yes. Yes. We started this one a couple of streams ago. So, next week you have choices. There are choices.
Daniel, I DM'd you the link if you're interested.
Oh, AD&D Crap Module has had a couple of votes now, so we've got.
We'll let that simmer there.
We'll leave it to simmer. Yes, it's a good idea. Let the poll simmer, and people can choose, and we'll leave it running for a little while. It's only been running for 3 minutes. It is. It's tied up. Just like a lucky man on a Friday night.
And if you know one, let me know so I could join them.
Was I thinking that out loud? Me playing a sci-fi game is more important. Paranoia is a piss take game. It's a funny game. It's a silly game.
And believe it or not, at the Bear Tavern, there's a Valentine's karaoke night going on.
Is there?
Yes.
So you can sing love songs.
And I chose to be here instead of singing Great Balls of Fire.
That's not a love song, though.
Do you really think love songs you have sang at a karaoke, even if it is on Valentine's night?
I can't sing either. I mean, oh, we have a Daniel. We have a Daniel lurking. There we go. There we go. He's in. He's in.
Hey.
There's two Dan ex-wives and one current wife. I can say that.
There is that.
No. I mean, I don't tend to listen to love songs. The nearest to a love song that I really like is a song called Love Song by The Cure from their album Disintegration. So it's a wonderful song. Some Kind of Stranger by the Sisters of Mercy it's a doom goth type song, but it's a love song and it's gorgeous, in my opinion. Anyway. Right. Okay. Are you well, Daniel? Are you okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Well, see, I don't know. I'm well. Took the wife out for lunch, dinner. She got a really nice steak salad, and I went and bought a box of ammunition.
Excellent.
Oh,
I was
going to say, American phrasing of hung the wife out means two different things, and you ended that with, I got some ammunition. Yeah, that's the best answer.
Right. But I don't know what happened. And if I sound off, I'm using my son's headset. For some reason, the microphone on my computer quit working.
Oh.
Like, the thing is, like, Saturday morning last week, it worked fine. Then I played a game Saturday afternoon. It quit working, but I could still use my speakers. And Saturday evening, everything stopped.
Oh, God.
And
it's old, Dan. It's old. We know it's old.
Well, it doesn't make sense because I didn't change any settings. You know?
You need to get back in touch with General Nut. He sorted you out last time.
Well, no, we worked on it. He was kind of lost too.
Ah, ah.
So I don't know. I bought another headset. I'll have to just run with that for now.
Yep. Yep.
So
Flock of
We
Seagulls.
can hear you. That's the main thing.
We can hear you. Yeah. I know 2 songs by Flock of Seagulls. They only really had one hit over here. I Ran wasn't a big hit in Britain, but I know that one.
yeah,
Wishing If I Had a Photograph of You was their big hit over here. The Damned love song, yes, but is it really a love song? It's a punk record. It's a great track actually.
I'm thinking of Christopher Cross.
Arthur's Theme.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
I Ran was a bit of a global hit. Apart from Britain, it didn't really do much, but it's a good track. I Ran is, and he had really, really bad hair. The lead singer.
And who did Sailing? Sailing away, way, way. Oh, who did that? Is that Christopher Cross did that too?
I don't know. The only
Hey,
Christopher
I'm
Cross song I
sorry.
know is Arthur's Theme.
Yeah, Authors. Yeah, that one.
Was it bad hair or fantastic hair? Well, it was very 80s hair. Sailing was Rod Stewart originally,
No,
but I bet a few people probably did a song called Sailing. Of some sort.
oh no, they all sucked. Just saying.
But I don't tend to listen to sort of soppy music. Oh,
Yeah,
I know there is one band I do, and it's her voice that gets me. All About Eve, the song Martha's Harbour. That is a love song, and her voice is stunning. They famously appeared on Top of the Pops over here, and they asked the Top of the Pops producers if she could sing live, and Top of the Pops said, "No, we don't let anybody sing live." And then when they appeared on the show, they couldn't hear the backing track, so they were just sat there in the studio. It was broadcast live out on British television, with them just sat there waiting to hear the music come in, so they could mime to it, and looking really stupid. So Top of the Pops apologized to them and said, "Okay, do you want to come back next week? And if you do come back, we will let you sing live." And they said yes. And she came back and absolutely nailed it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, the unknown secret about Top of the Pops is supposed to be let all the viewers think they're actually singing when they're miming. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, the miming was so obvious in most cases.
I gotta ask, could she walk like an Egyptian?
Julianne Reagan from All About Eve. Oh yes.
I
Oh,
just
not
that
not
was a
about
toss
the
to
other-
you about what's her name?
Especially after a good night.
Mm. Mm.
What's her name from Bangles?
Yeah, Bangles.
That's what I
Yes.
was getting at.
Yes. Susanna. Yes, Every Breath You Take is about a stalker. Yes, of course it is. And I mean, there's a few songs that have got. I mean, Turning Japanese by the Vapors is about something that teenage boys do a lot of, and so is Teenage Kicks by the Undertones.
Oh,
Two classic
teenage
songs.
Kicks.
Two
How
classic-
far? That's funny. It is a stalker. Yep.
Yes, it is. Yes. All right. Anyway,
Oh, I love Teenage Kicks.
good
White
track.
Snake kicked butt. Lee Loophole.
Right. How's the vote going? We got an Andy with us as well. Hello, Andy. Hello, Andy. Oh, it's tied. the moment. Only
What,
one.
Bad and Cthulhu?
We have 4 votes each for Cthulhu, Paranoia, AD&D crap module, and then just 1 for reading the sorcery book.
I
Well, the
honestly,
sorcery book. John, what's the book? The sorcery
of
book
these.
of Miss Weatherwax.
No, it's one of these. One of these.
I thought about the sci-fi one, but Call of Cthulhu is so fun. I had to go with that.
Well, I mean, the sorcery book. It's Steve Jackson's sorcery series. It's a 4-part series. I've got the first 3 books in the series so far, but we've only started the first one, and the first one has killed us about 3 times so far. So it's about time we got a bit further.
Krista Berg, okay. Thank you, Manfred.
Radiant red.
Proper spelling of Connor, by the way.
Double N, yes.
NDOs.
Yeah. It's the Irish spelling, I believe.
Exactly. That's my son's name. So yeah.
Right.
He's a little asshole.
Dang, it won't change. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. Well,
Hey, the Ferryman was awesome. I love that song.
Rod Stewart had a massive hit in Britain with a song called Sailing. I don't know if it's the same song, or whether Krista Berg wrote it and Rod Stewart recorded it. I don't know.
No, there's not much lyrics to I'm Sailing.
Oh,
maybe lots of people have had songs called Sailing.
I was straight vodka. Holy crap!
Right.
We're finishing this,
We've
bro.
got to 375. We chose to go to. Right. This I will read the last one we did. We just rescued a gnome. It means I get to put on my silly voice again. You search through your pockets and find the iron key you are looking for. The gnome whoops for joy. Yippee! When you free him and gives you a gold piece as a reward. If you were thinking of going north, don't. There's a lethal trap up ahead. So we chose to take the gnome's advice and turn around. Turn to 375. I've got 375 circled on my sheet. And that's where we finished last time. It doesn't take you long to get back to the junction where you continue straight on heading east. The passageway soon makes a sharp left turn and you walk north until you come to a tunnel in the right-hand wall that has an entrance in the shape of the head of a horned demon. Oh, they've copied this. It is made from copper that has turned bluish-green with verdigris, and its open mouth is big enough to step through. Ha! It's a dead... There are burning torches on either side of the entrance and a large brass gong hanging in its wooden frame next to it. Do we continue walking north? Do we step through this entrance into the new tunnel? Or do we ring the gong?
Oh, no.
Pretty much.
I am not jumping through any more orifices for a very long time. Let's bring the dong.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Get it on. Bang the gong. Get on.
Ding dong.
Get it on. Bang the gong. Get it on.
Sad or Kirker.
Oh my God. Right, let's have some votes then. We've got Bang a Gong, Gong, Ring sounds good. Meow. Is that banging the gong?
Yeah, bang bang.
Pick up lines that didn't work. Baby, if I was your alarm clock, I would wake you up every morning with a big dong. Yay! Alucard's being naughty again.
Yeah.
Alucard's being naughty.
Yeah, Straw, that's the only kitty I get.
Is that a waistcoat, Daniel? Are you dressed up smart for us tonight?
No, it's just a light. It's a gray shirt, but it's the way the light hits it. You know.
Oh, yeah, you thought you had a waistcoat on.
I'll do that tomorrow night.
Ah. Right. So we're banging the gong. Because Jeb says gong as well. Right, let's bang the gong. 92. Here you go. You take the striker and hit the gong as hard as you can. A low-pitched sound rings out that is painful to listen to. You cover your ears, but there is no escaping the pain in your head, which will permanently affect your balance. Lose 1 skill point. And that, so the gong is bad. Do we now continue walking north, or do we walk through the demon mouth?
North.
North. Yeah.
North or demon mouth? North or demon? North or demon?
I know it's Valentine's night, but we don't always have to go through the mouth.
Yeah.
Way! Daniel, north or demon?
North.
North. Daniel, Andy wants a bit of mouth. Straw Piglet says mouth. Mercurius says mouth. Demon. Halakar's going for north.
We got up the numbers.
Hello, Coco. Coco's saying north. Five, 3 for north at the moment. Suck on my chocolate, salty balls.
Oh my God. That's funny.
Put them in your mouth and suck them. Suck my balls. Yes. Yes.
I was going to say, if South Park wasn't successful already by then, that just set it to a whole new level that when they came out with that song.
Daniel's cheating.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we are. Just so you use your phone.
Kelsey hacked me. Or I hacked Kelsey. Take your pick.
Yes. How's the vote going? Any more votes? Oh, Cthulhu One Shot's now edged into a lead. Oh.
Sorry, Cthulhu was a blast.
It was good, yes. Yeah.
That as much as I would like to torment you with the sci-fi or something, or even just play D&D, Cthulhu was a blast. So yeah. Plus, I get to shoot a kid.
Daniel. So it's, I've got that there. 6 votes, 6-4-4.
And on this channel, we would like to address the audience. We don't condone everybody's thoughts on this matter.
We play Cthulhu next week, Daniel. Your character is going to be a goody two shoes. I'm not giving you a bad guy to play the next session. You've got to be on your best.
I don't think he was a bad guy. I don't think on paper he was a bad guy anyway. He just turned that way because of the person who played it.
He was written as being a bit of a selfish.
He was a douchebag.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going north. 138. Ahead, you see a wooden box that is fixed to the left-hand wall. It has a hinged lid with a coin engraved on it. There are some words below the coin which read, "Heads for a purse, tails for a curse." You lift up the lid and find a shiny copper coin inside the box. Do we toss the coin, or do we keep walking? Coin or walk? Are we a
Let's
tosser?
toss it for the Witcher.
Toss a coin.
Are we
Let's
tossers
toss.
or are we walkers?
Toss the coin for the Witcher.
So, chat, you've heard.
I can't remember how the lyrics of that song goes, but it's
I don't know that
song in
song.
the Witcher. Which is,
Straw says coin.
it's the only toss I'm going to get tonight.
Yeah.
Toss it. Okay. You bunch of tossers. Is that an insult in America? Tosser.
As long as they're not in jail, it's okay.
No, that's Hand Me the Soap, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, nah. I don't want John to get cut off, so we'll leave it where it's at.
Okay. Toss the coin in the air, turn to 2, 5, 8. You toss the coin up and watch it spin in the air. Whippy woo!
The delight.
Re-rolling the dices. That was a luck test. And that's a pass. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to drink our potion of luck in a minute, because that will restore our luck and give us a bonus one. So we just passed. That was lucky. And 46.
I mean, we got a head from the box.
No. Oh, maybe. You watch the coin land on the floor. It's a head. When you reach down to pick it up, you hear the noise of coins jingling behind you. You look inside the box and find a leather purse that contains 3 gold coins. You take the coins and continue on up the passageway, pleased with your reward. So we got 3 more gold. We're going to quaff our potion of luck now, which takes our luck up to 10. So,
Did I say the large sound of money dropping from behind us, and it was only 3 coins?
yes, 3 coins. Cheers, Manfred. Cheers. Yeah. You'll get to bagger off. Not a problem. Merp tomorrow night. If you are lucky, turn to. Oh no, that wasn't that one. 348. 348. We can call him Mangrid if you want. I mean, I can change his name on the Discord to Mangrid. Ooh. There is a T-junction up ahead where you see somebody run across heading west. It's a bald, barefooted man who is carrying a wooden staff. He's wearing light brown robes tied at the waist, and his calves are bound with strips of cloth. It's Usman Ko, the monk. You hurry to the junction and call out his name. He stops and turns with a surprised look on his face. He walks slowly back towards you, watching you intently with his staff pointed at you. "Hello, my friend," he says calmly. "Nothing personal. I'm just not taking any chances. I'm sure you understand. Everyone and everything is trying to kill me down here. Maybe we should team up. I'm heading west. Do you want to join me?" We have artwork. There he is. It is delightfully old school artwork, in my opinion. I like it a lot. So we have an option: team up or decline.
Team up. Team up.
Cautiously team up.
Too small, a bit like me. I mean, yeah. I mean, monks have to be lawful, don't they? Cthulhu one shot is still winning the poll. Team up and let Daniel shoot him. Well, yeah. I mean, that is an option.
We can do that.
If anybody hasn't yet voted for next week's stream, cast your vote. At the moment, it looks like a game of Cthulhu. Yes, they are lawful evil generally, though, aren't they? But we are teaming up because everyone's voted to team up. Turn to 178. Oh dear. Here we go.
Oh my God. Grim, that's kind of really no.
What was that?
That's kind of funny though.
I mean, it was a good game, though. It was a good game. I'll put the session thing up on Discord afterwards. Yes. Well, yeah, we can tease. We can tease, but yeah, it was a good game. Yeah. I mean, I think we can probably call the poll now.
Just leave it on there till the end for fun.
Well, no, I was going to do another vote.
Okay.
What era of Cthulhu? Gaslight,
okay.
Gaslight, 1920s, or modern?
Oh, what's the ones that you guys did that I couldn't join in? Was that the Gaslight one?
That was Gaslight. Yes.
Gaslight people. The Cowboys one.
No, it's 1890s. It's Victorian England.
Was that Miss Hughes?
Oh no, that wasn't Miss. No, that was Miss Hughes was 1920s gangsters. But no, I'll put a vote
I missed out on.
Miss Hughes was 1920s gangsters. I don't run Pulp Cthulhu, Mercurius. I haven't got Pulp Cthulhu. It goes against my Call of Cthulhu sensibilities because it makes the characters more powerful. And I like the horror of them being weak. I know people like it. You head west with the monk, exchanging stories about the dangers you have faced in the dungeon. The goblins were easy to defeat, he says boastfully, but I was nearly eaten by a Raptorex. I had to hide in an alcove while it rampaged through the tunnel, but I did manage to squeeze some information out of one of the troll guards I gave a bit of a clobbering to before leaving him to rot in a cell. He agreed it was better than me leaving him chained to the wall for the Raptorex to find. He told me that you need special keys to escape from the dungeon. They are the 4 gold compass keys. Each one has a number stamped on it that represents the cardinal points on a compass. The north key has 360, the south key has 180, and so on. Have you found any? Before you can answer, you see 2 tall, stocky figures in leather armor running towards you, wielding long spears. They have green, warty skin and huge tusked mouths. They are troll guards. These guards are beginning to annoy me, says Osman, sounding a bit bored. You take the one on the left. I'll deal with the one on the right. But I haven't even got the Pulp Cthulhu rulebook, though. I'm curious. So it's just one I've never bought. Right. Let's get this going. We've got to fight a troll guard. These did as well last week. Will be the purpley ones, and I'll give the troll these ones. However, the troll is more powerful than we are, so we could be in a spot of bother here. Ready? They've got a 1 skill advantage. Oh, we win the first round. Oh, we lose that round. We lose that round. We draw. We win that round. Doing okay. We lose that round.
Hey, Halicar, just so you know, I used to have to run Blue Lake specials.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We draw. We lose. Oh, we're two hits from dying. Oh, right. Both us and the troll are 2 hits away from winning.
All right, no, just for that. After this fight, I'm going to run a Blue Light special.
We win that one. Oh, it's come down to this last roll. Come on, purple dice. No! We are dead.
Oh, wow. That didn't take long.
We're dead.
Attention Kmart shoppers. We have a Blue Light special over in Sporting Goods. We now have a dead body. Yours for only $1.99. That's right, folks. For the next 3 minutes, while the blue light's flashing, come over to Sporting Goods, get your dead body for $1.99. Just saying.
Well done. I mean, yeah, you could do commercials, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Have you done? Have you done those? I mean, I know you managed a supermarket. Have you done those over the tannoy before?
Oh, I did many of them. How do you think I did that so well?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Hello, shoppers. If you are into some out-of-date chicken, we're giving it away. Comes with free salmonella. Get yours today.
And the checkout person's not bad either.
Yeah, but the purple dice did as well last week. The purple dice, yeah. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast and danced lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. They had expert timing. Is that the next line?
Yeah.
Funky Chinamen in Funky Chinatown and all that sort of stuff. Yes. bit of Carl Douglas. Carl Douglas.
I like how the encyclopedia of music is is asking about quotes. Is this the line?
They fought with expert timing. I'm not good with lyrics. I mishear lyrics quite a lot. No,
I'm better with lyrics when I hear when it's actually playing. Don't ask me to sing it without it playing in the background.
If I'm in a quiz, the music round is probably my strongest round, but that comes from hosting quizzes for 27 years and having collected a lot of music in order to play in the quizzes. Yes.
And a lot of teams' favourite round.
Not yours though. Oh, no, you like the pictures generally, don't you? You did last week.
Well, we do good. We do good in that. But we also like the music because we like to try and remember who sang it and then get them wrong.
But your strongest round's a picture round usually.
Oh, definitely. That's definitely where I pick up a lot of lost points.
9 out of 10 on the pictures last week.
I know, it's only because I couldn't figure out what was in the jelly.
In the American version of The Office, did they put a stapler in the jelly?
I can't remember.
Play that funky music, yes, by Wild Cherry, I believe.
But I mean, the Office isn't as good as Ricky Gervais ripping into Steve control of the Emmys and the BAFTAs afterwards for stealing The Office.
Ricky Gervais's speech at that awards, when he just tore into everybody, was magnificent. That
one particularly when he ripped into Steve Control and he just mind the actions, I'm going to kill you. Accusing him of stealing it.
Next week, let's have a little look. So Cthulhu One Shot has won. Right, so we're going to have another poll, and we are going to start a poll. And I'm going to put the eras up here. So, do you want there we go. Those are the 3 Cthulhus I have got and I can do. Get voting, chaps. I have lots and lots of one-shot modern scenarios I can use. I have some one-shots 1920s. Gaslight, I would have to dig one out, but Gaslight is probably my favorite setting. So I can certainly get a scenario for 1920s or Gaslight, which might take 2 sessions. So it's up to you guys, though. Up to you guys. 9 votes. Gaslight 1890s is winning at the moment. Okay. I haven't got the medieval edition or any medieval scenarios. So, unfortunate. There's Cthulhu Dark Ages, but I haven't got it. I've got one Cthulhu Dark Ages scenario, and Joker's played it. And it was a side scenario in Horror on the Orient Express.
Aye.
Have we lost to Daniel? Oh no, he's still there. Oh, it's because Daniel. When I look at the YouTube thing, I've got the video paused, and it's paused at a time before Daniel had actually joined us. It confused me then. Cthulhu Mike from my gaming group has bought Cthulhu Regency, and he's going to run us through some of it. I haven't got Cthulhu Regency, but Mike's got it, and he's currently prepping some of it to run. So I'll get it.
When's he running it?
I don't know yet. Probably at Chaosium Con. We're going to Chaosium Con.
Indeed we are.
There's at least 4 of us going. I don't know if is Andy coming. Andy, you're here. The problem with I find with Cthulhu Dark Ages is certainly the only scenario I've played was a very, very combat heavy. And I don't think it really works as well when the player characters are quite tough and when they're armored knights capable of charging at the enemy on horseback. Yes, it's cool, but it's not really the horror I'm looking for. I mean, I enjoyed running those scenarios because they were a good change of pace in the campaign.
I understand what you mean, because if you're an armored knight, you're like, I'm the badass.
Yes.
Whereas if you're just like a school teacher, like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when we played that, Manfred couldn't stop rolling critical hits. So he was just causing absolute carnage, which was very bloody and very entertaining. But yeah, I know you Straw. You like your fantasy adventures, so yeah. So the train.
Actually, no.
Hmm?
They did have Robert Phillips. They did have. Wait, when's Gaslight?
1890s. Yeah.
They did have semi-automatics, just not 1911s. Browning was making semi-autos. Just saying.
I wouldn't know.
It would have been a 32 or a 380, but they had it.
I wouldn't give the characters any particularly great weapons, though. For it would be right. We have a tie at the moment between Modern and Gaslight. Now, Modern, I have a lot of scenarios that are one-shots, plus several beefier ones that are likely to take 3 or 4 sessions. Gaslight, I've got about 5 or 6 scenarios that are sort of 2-3 sessions. But anyone who hasn't voted, please cast your vote because we need them.
You're going to be the ones watching it.
Yes. Anyone joining the stream, there is a vote up for what we do for the stream next week, because we've already died in the book, and I'm not planning on starting this book again that we've been running, not for a little while. We've now died in it 4 or 5 times, and it's getting a bit samey. We get a little bit further each time, but yeah, it's one of those sort of books where you've got to pick your way through, and we've got to stop banging gongs. Stop playing with dongs, because that's why we lost that fight. Otherwise, we would have won that fight easily. we got another vote for 1920s. So it hasn't solved anything. Currently on 4 votes from.
Is that Anne chiming in? 1920s.
No, she doesn't do the stream things. So we've got 5 votes for modern, 5 for Gaslight, 2 for 1920s at the moment.
And will be pleased.
So that is the vote for next week's stream. I mean, I'm just drawing this out now because. Hello, Nerds Nerd. No, the poll is for next week's stream whether I run a Cthulhu game set in the 1890s, the 1920s, or the modern era, because the book we died again in this book, and chat voted for me to run Cthulhu next week. They had the option of Cthulhu, Paranoia, AD&D, or another book, and they went for Cthulhu. If I was to run a modern one, it would be one from. Oh, not that book. Not that book. Where's the book? There's the book. Have I lost Mike's book? Yeah, can't see it. Can't see it. Oh, I can. It's behind me. Behind me. Hello, Doc. Hello, Doc. 1920s is Prohibition and gangster era. So you took. I mean, it's USA. 1920s USA. 1890s is the UK. Modern could be either. Can be anywhere. That's when they tend to set them. The Gaslight era one is typically London. What ho? Yeah, there is a Cthulhu Old West, which again I don't have. In fact, if I bring up, I'll show you all the variants that they've got. This is, of course, my favourite game, but they're not cheap. So let's get rid of this one, and we will stop that screen, and we'll now present share screen.
The next cardboard box.
Right. This is the Call of Cthulhu products page. I've got the starter set, got the Keeper rulebook, got the Investigator handbook, got the Keeper screen. These are the PDFs here.
What's the screen one?
That's where is it? That's this. It's what I use when we're running it with all the tables handy, and there are there are 2 adventures with it. There is easy tables. There are 2 adventures with it, and that Misdews, the one I ran recently on the Discord, is
one of them.
Yeah. On the next row, I've got the Malleus Monstrorum. I haven't yet got the 7th edition Cthulhu Gaslight because they haven't released the Keeper's book yet. I haven't got through the ages. Keeper Tips is dreadful.
Lovecraftian, what was the last one?
Lovecraftian horrors. I'm just going to. Let's have a look at the settings. Okay. Down Darker Trails. That is that's Wild West. There's Pulp Cthulhu. Special editions. I haven't got any of the special editions. I've got Doors to Darkness scenarios. And then we've got. I haven't got Masks of Nyarlathotep yet. Cults of Cthulhu, not got. Time to Harvest, haven't got. Arkham, no. No Time to Scream, no. There's quite a few I haven't got here. Order of the Stone, no. Regency, that's one that Mike's bought. I've got Mansions of Madness. I could run one from that. I've got the deluxe box set. There's loads of scenarios in that. Got Nameless Horrors. And that's the Alone Against Static. This is all the hardbacks. And you've got the special editions. Aren't they lovely? They're rather nice, aren't they? $100 though for Regency Cthulhu with a leatherette case. It's not cheap. It's not cheap. But hey ho. So Wild West would be Down Darker Trails. I mean, I could pick that up. I wasn't planning on buying it yet. I'm waiting for the Cthulhu Gaslight. I'm waiting for the Cthulhu Gaslight Keeper's Guide to come out. 9 years in the 1920s were amazing for buying stocks. Only one sucked. It'll be 1929 by any chance. Musashi versus Yog-Sothoth. Yeah, 20s is Tommy Guns. Well, I mean, Wild West would be fun. And I can see how the horror would work. But I haven't got it, so.
Well, Dick Tracy does Cthulhu.
Well, Dick Tracy's 1920s, I believe. He was a gangster, wasn't he?
Al Pacino and Scarface with that makeup would be definitely Cthulhu.
That's 1920s, yes. I mean, the Wild West is your Jesse James, Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
The Daltons, Hole in the Wall Gang, all that sort of stuff.
What's the chances? How are the votes going for Cthulhu right now?
Gaslight's winning.
Cool. Because I have my weapon.
What's your weapon? What's your weapon?
Apart from on the Orient Express, I haven't really done any typical Gaslight yet.
Well, the only Gaslight one you played was the Blood Red Fez.
Yeah,
it's going to be. It's a Lamat revolver. They were used in the Civil War.
Daniel, you'll be playing a good guy this time.
I'm still allowed to have a handgun.
Yes.
But it was either an 8-shot or 9-shot revolver. I believe 36 caliber, but in the center had a 20 gauge shotgun.
Right.
So it was 9-shot, actually 10-shot. She had 1 round of 20 gauge shotgun and 9 rounds of 36 caliber pistols.
Pretty lethal then.
They're pretty badass.
Mm. Yes, I mean, Jeb, they would be absolute worlds apart. I'm trying to think what scenario because I have got a PDF of Cthulhu Gaslight scenarios. They were all for either 5th or 6th edition, but easily converted. Not sure how big they are, but it doesn't matter if it runs over to multiple weeks, then it runs over to multiple weeks. That's it. I'll have a dig around when I'm off work Monday, Tuesday. See what I can find. see what I can see what tickles my pickle. I mean, I've run 3 Gaslight scenarios. I've run the Blood Red Fairs now 4 times, and you've all Daniel hasn't played it, but I think pretty much. I mean, your group has, and a group of others on the Discord did. Ran it for my local group as well. Ran it for another online group. I've also run one set on the edge of Wales called Plantidea. I can't do a Welsh accent, but that would be embarrassing. And I've run a London-based one called Eyes of a Stranger before. Not sure if that would really work. Oh, yes. Iman is running Dead Light on Saturday next week. He is, isn't he? Of course.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Of course. But that's Saturday, and that's not live streamed. So that is Iman's first attempt at being a GM. He's got in all likelihood he's going to be running that scenario twice. First time for the more experienced group, so we can get sort of like the feedback and stuff that the experienced players will give him, and then he's going to run it for the group who aren't as experienced. And hopefully he's got a bit more confidence. So I think it'll work well. All right. So what do we want to do for the rest of this stream tonight? Because I'm not starting another book now. Any games tomorrow? We got MERP tomorrow. Do we have an afternoon?
We have an OSC if anybody turns up.
Yeah, we have
I don't know who's
9
running.
o'clock or afternoon, whatever. Early morning for me.
I mean, it has been running, hasn't it? Did it run last week?
Yeah.
Yes.
It did. Yeah.
It was quite fun. MERP, which I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not.
Okay.
If I do, it'll only be for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll see.
Is the axe afterwards or not?
Axe is at 8 o'clock. Yeah.
So yeah, 3 games. 3 games going on in the Discord on Saturday.
Busy day for me, yeah.
Yeah. Ernie's game of Tomb of Horrors has finished. The characters all died.
We almost made it.
Almost, yeah. But he let you reincarnate, didn't he? So you were able to continue and keep going with the same characters.
Yeah, well, I was a bug
until the last deaths. Until they got to Acererak, and Acererak just went, "I'll have your souls."
Well, what sucked was my character got whacked, and if I would have even had a chance to attack, it may have changed it.
What were you planning to do as your attack, though?
Try to turn them.
Can't.
But no, you can.
Always turned as special, isn't he?
Either because he's a demi-lich, it would have been a special. So I still could have turned him. But it kind of did get played out the way it should have. But it could have gone differently.
Thank you, Halakar. Thank you, Halakar.
We'll leave it at that.
Oh, Dan got turned into a bugbear.
And who was it? Got turned into a female orc. Yeah. You. Yeah.
What milestone, Halakar? What milestone? You can't say something like this and not give us details. That's not allowed.
What?
Halakar says he hit a milestone yesterday,
Okay.
but he hasn't given us
What
details.
about the hedgehog?
Well, the hedgehog's flat. 2 years and 4 months as a member. I think you're in the lead now because General Nuts had to cut back on all his expenditures. So as far as I know, you are now the one who's in the lead. I think General Nuts
That's your community service done, Halakar.
General Nuts got something like 25 so far. Straw, the whole point is you haven't got a lot of time and you actually don't need to even activate him. That's the thing. He only activates if you touch the skull. Leave the skull alone. You're fine. You don't need to worry about him. So who touched the skull? Who activated the Demi-Lich?
I'm sorry.
The wizard.
I'm sorry.
Was it you, Dan?
Yeah. I think it was me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was me.
Is that because he had shiny gems for eyes?
I'm a bugbear. Leave me alone.
Well, yeah, you do want to finish him off, but he is almost invincible. He's almost invincible.
And the thing is, I make sure I didn't look up the module anywhere, like on YouTube, or even get out mine. I didn't want a metagame.
Right, the way to beat him, I can be open now. The way to beat him is to use. Remember, there are some instant annihilation traps in that dungeon. You found a few of them along the way.
Yeah, we actually talked about that. Throwing
that's
them
what you
into the bag of holding and running back and throwing them into the sphere.
Or use the scepter and crown to disintegrate.
Yeah. But we didn't. We got wiped out.
Yeah, put the skull on it, touch it with the scepter. There you go.
Yeah.
Way of doing it.
But
Yeah.
we were literally, we had them down. You only had 14 hit points left. We almost had them. But
Yeah, catch some of the green slime from the curtains in the container. Dump that on it. Yeah. Well, there's also a room which has got a lava pit. Put him in a bag of holding. Drop that in the
yeah,
lava.
Piglet did that. Yeah.
It might not kill him because he's immune to fire, but given that he can't move backwards and forwards, he can only levitate, and he's in a bag of holding, he's stuck there. He can't get out there. So there you go.
Yeah, but we also talked that my character wasn't given the I got skipped over on a round, and that could have made the difference.
Oh, he only moved. The skull will only move up and down, as far as I know. But he's got a ghostly form that can
Well,
move.
What happened was we walked in. Okay, I can't remember exactly, but he looked at me and instantly disintegrated me. I didn't get an action. There was no interaction. There was no saving throw. It was just like you're done.
Right, that's what he does. He'll take one soul per round when he's floating.
But he was also supposed to start with clerics, no magic users. Okay, most powerful magic users, clerics, fighters, thieves. So
yeah,
he should have gone after the group's magic user and not me.
Well, Straw says here he came and looked at him, but he had an anti-magic shell up.
He's still the most powerful person.
He can't. If it's anti-magic shell, I'm guessing. I don't know whether that would prevent it, but
No, you're still visible. He would still try to attack him.
it's whether he can sense magical effects.
There is that. Okay,
I don't know. I don't know. Dan stepped out of the shell. If Dan became available to get that'll be why. You don't get it. That's the thing with him. You don't get a save, and he will go for spellcasters first. Yes, mages, if available, he'll take mages first. So, yeah, mirror opposition would be interesting. But
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
What would happen? That's kind of cool.
But you've had it. It's a rite of passage, though, isn't it? It's a rite of passage. You've been through the Tomb of Horrors.
Hey, I only died once. Well, no, twice.
What got you the second time? Oh, no, the first time you walked into.
I got disintegrated. Or
yes.
First time, my dumbass jumped into the spheres of the annihilation. Yeah.
And none of you got teleported into the prison, where if you try to escape, you get attacked by flying swords.
Correct.
And there's so many of the flying swords.
No, we missed our secret room.
Yeah, that's what killed a lot of my group last time I ran it. They got teleported into there, and it minces them. So I think last time I ran it, one of them got blown up by the pulsating altar. One of them wished to confront the architect of this dungeon and got teleported alone to the Demi-Lich's lair. And the others, I think, ended up being minced by the flying swords. I've heard only Gygax hasn't been well for a while. So it's one of those things. He's been in bad health for a little while now. But I'm glad you've played Tomb of Horrors. I mean, and from what I heard, Ernie was when you DM Tomb of Horrors, you've got to be incredibly neutral. It's one adventure where you've really got to go by what is written and play it neutral and not favor the dungeon or favor the party and be as balanced as possible. And from what I could hear from Ernie is the vast majority of the time he did give you a little bit of a get out by allowing you to reincarnate and thus not have to create.
Don't get me wrong. I think he did an amazing job. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I listened into a few bits of it, and he was running it very tightly. So that's good. That's good. He's an experienced gamer, though. He's an experienced D&D gamer. So he's done a fine job. And you all died, which was the most important thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was there when you were doing your reincarnation discussion. I was earwigging at that point, so it and he was fair.
Oh no, he did. Like I said, I thought he did awesome. Except that last round, but I would honestly have to, in his defense, I don't know exactly how that gaze attack works. But
the gaze attack, I don't know about the effect of an anti-magic shell. I'm not sure if it's specified. I'd have to look at the details of the spell and the details of the Demi-Lich to see how it's specified and whether the Demi-Lich can detect that thing. But if you walked out of the shell and you are a spellcaster, then you're fair game. And there is no saving throw to his gaze attack.
But also, Piglet and I talked talked about this.
Mhm.
It was mentioned for them to go back so I could get another character. And he even agreed, but it never happened.
Never happened. Right. I mean, I've with Anti-Magic Shot, I've never played or run a game where a mage had that spell. It is. I know it's very powerful, very very
And
powerful. It's meant
it's
to be.
also confusing though. Like, do you step out? Can you not? Does it move with you? You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, Jerry. We're just sort of spitballing at the moment, talking about their Tomb of Horrors game last Sunday, because we've died again in the book, and I wasn't going to start a new one. But we had a vote earlier regarding what we do next week, and a 1890s Call of Cthulhu game has won. So I'm going to put the event up in my Discord, like I did with the last one. It's going to be open for people to join, and I can take up to 5 players. So that will appear in the Discord after this stream is finished. And it'll be a live game, pretty much the same as the Call of Cthulhu one last time. And it'd be nice to see people get involved. If we end up with the same group, we end up with the same group. If new people dive in and grab the spots, then new people dive in. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's Tomb of Horrors is one of those sort of adventures where you can't afford to not be on your A game at any point. So if you want to be out asleep and distracted, yeah, you'll let the odd things slip. But it's one of those adventures where you've just got to be like, I've got to be sharp. I've got to listen. I've got to think. I've got to take into account everything, and I've got to think all the time of what my character's capabilities are, because it's written with the idea that you've got a powerful character, and you know exactly what your character could do.
Well, I went in with a 14th level cleric. You're pretty much God on Earth. And
Yeah.
I got whacked.
Yep. Oh, but when I ran it, the party I made, I'm pretty sure was something along the lines of 13th or 14th level mage. And then I gave them an 11th level paladin, 12th or 13th level cleric, and the 4th character, because I ran it for 5 once and I ran it for 4 once. And the 4th or 5th one was a choice between either a 10th or 11th level monk, because they've got thieving skills, and I also made a bard that was level 6 fighter, 7 thief, 8 bard, I think. So a good all-rounder.
Yeah.
When I ran the 5, I had all 5 characters playing. When I ran the 4, they chose. They didn't take the bard. They took the monk, because the monk's got thieving skills, good avoidance skills.
Yeah.
But they were all well equipped. They were capable of. I gave the mage a couple of spells that were capable of affecting the Demi-Lich. I suggested a few spells to the players beforehand. If both eyes and 6 teeth are full, he starts cursing characters and teleporting 100 to 600 miles away. Yes. He does. Yes. like an extra powerful version of the crypt thing. But yeah, I gave them things like slippers of spider climbing. I gave boots of levitation. They had all these sort of things to help enable them to get around. They still all died. But I didn't give them loads of magic items. I just gave them a few suitable ones.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you had a paladin with a +4. Yeah, paladin with a +4 defender. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, from what I heard, you all did a decent job. You all did a decent job. One criticism is, he was no longer a paladin.
Yeah, he was. But he died. Yeah.
Then Ernie was very, very generous because a simple fighter cannot harm a demi-lich with a +4 sword.
It's either he was very generous or he forgot.
Or he forgot. Yes. That's the
And at that point, I honestly forgot as well.
Yeah. I think the fighter has to have a Vorpal sword in order to harm him. Yeah, Vorpal. Yeah. So Ernie made a little mistake. They're always generous. So yeah, you shouldn't have even been hurting him. Ah well.
I'll still take it.
Almost.
Dan, what I heard you never cast Commune.
I don't know if it was on my spell list.
You can choose whatever spells you want when you start the day.
Okay.
The way to get through Tomb of Horrors with a high-level cleric: move from room to room. Whenever you go into a new room, you cast Commune and you ask questions. As soon as you're out of Commune, Divination, Find Traps,
we were using
Legend
seeing a lot.
True Seeing. Yeah, True Seeing is another good one. But soon you just load up on Divination. Commune is the best one. Load up on Divination. Go into it from room to room. Unload all of your spells, and then get out of there. Now, and then you go back in with the new knowledge. Get through the room, having found out the solution to it, and then move on to the next room. Unload all your divination spells to find out what's going on. You'll ask the right questions, and then retreat.
See, we were doing. Oh, what was he using? Crap. I'm trying to remember the spell.
Thank you,
Magic
Mondo.
user. What were we using?
Legend Lore.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
Happy Friday, Mondo. Happy Friday. Legend Lore's a good spell as well, though. Yes, you're right. It was either Daniel or Mercurius who gave you that membership. They donated 11 memberships between them at the start of the stream, so you're one of the lucky ones. But no, we died in the book, so we're just having a bit of a blather about their Tomb of Horrors game last week. And
I'll be back in a second, guys.
Okay. Right. I'm ending that poll. Gaslight has clearly won. So, next Friday, talk about you take the Demi-Lich to the demon mouth in a bag of holding. That's the way you do it. Yeah, I'd be scared about carving a demon mouth out of the wall. Yeah. Wonder how you'd resolve that. Anyway, so next week, Call of Cthulhu Gaslight. I'll get characters prepared. I did before I did them on stream, but this time I think I'll just do them off stream and put them on the Discord. And it will be first come, first served for the characters and first come, first served for spots in the game. Can take up to 5 players, I believe. I will check the scenarios first. I'll check the scenarios before I definitively say how many players. It might be 4, it might be 6. I find Call of Cthulhu works best with about 4 or 5. If it's going to be a live stream game. I mean, the Tuesday night one, we sometimes have 6, don't we, on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
There's you and Manfred, IQ, Andy
and Anne.
and Mike. And yeah, so it's 6. You walked the evil gem there with the unseen servant. Well, that's a good idea. Thought the evil gem was the Demilich. You didn't want to touch that gem. You didn't feel like just sort of, it's very nice and shiny. I'm going to have that. Ooh. How did you get through the room with the floating, the winds that take you towards the demon mouths in the corner? Or did you just not engage with that?
I don't think we engaged with the winds.
That the room where if you touch any of the pillars in the room, you become light as a feather and you drift upwards and get swept by the winds in through the demon mouths in the corners.
That's why he asked me how I was tying the rope to the pillar. Thank God I tied it loosely.
Joker put the helmet on. Right. But did you find out about what the scepter and helmet were for? One end of the scepter.
No, I just saw them and decided to put them on.
It's about touching one end of the scepter to the crown. If you get the right end, it's something good. If you get the wrong end, it disintegrates you.
Yeah, I never done any touching after that. I just put it on and
You legend lord it. Right, okay. Not a problem. Good idea. Well, no, that's the idea. Legend lore all over the place, but I think Commune is the better option because you get more questions with Commune, don't you? Okay, you get some ones, but and as I said, I believe Tomb of Horrors is the 3rd most difficult D&D adventure.
Okay, then what would be the other 2 harder ones?
Number 2, Hidden Shrine of Tomorrowchan.
Okay.
It has a poison gas mechanic.
Oh, yeah, that I forgot.
That is unsurvivable unless you are incredibly well prepared with things that deal with poison. Party with things that deal with poison.
I forgot about that one.
And the tournament characters are at the top of the level range and loaded with anti-poison stuff. If you drop, it's level 4 to 7. So if you drop level 5 and level 6 characters into there, and they haven't got your slow poisons, your neutralized poisons, antidotes, anything like that, they're screwed. They cannot get more than about an hour into the adventure without dying.
Yeah, because it's all timed. Yeah,
it's all timed. Yeah. So when I ran it as a campaign, I dropped the poison damage to 1 point. As every 10 minutes, they made a save versus poison. They failed it, they took a point of damage. and they exhausted all their healing spells and healing potions. And I believe, because everything else in the dungeon is not as deadly as Tomb of Horrors, but it whittles you down.
Yeah, it's just a constant whittling away.
When they got out of the gas, I believe every single party member was down to single-digit hit points.
Oh my god!
Every single one, because they were getting through their jar of Keoptum's ointment. They were getting through potions of healing, casting cure light wounds, all that sort of stuff to keep everybody going in some way. And it ran perfectly with that adjustment in it for a campaign game. But if it's a D6 damage, that's and a Necklace of Adaptation would break to Mochan, yes. But how many parties have got one of those for every party member?
Oh, if you were doing D6 instead of just one, oh my god, that's brutal.
Yeah, well, that's how it's written, D6.
Yeah, you're right. I have it upstairs. I have almost every module, but yeah, I've never ran it or been through it. But yeah, it is brutal.
But the hardest one is Throne of Bloodstone. It's one of the stupid ones. It was H4, and it was published as being for levels 18 to 100. And you've got all the archdevils and demon lords in there.
Was that
fight?
You said Throne of Bloodstone?
Yeah, Throne of Bloodstone.
Was that for Forgotten Realms?
Yes.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
It is dumb. It is daft.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things like, I think, is it a pack of 25 T-Rexes you fight?
Mm-hmm.
Or another fight against,
yeah.
Another fight against a room full of Tarrasques, yes?
Yeah, I was going to say there were Tarrasques in there, the demons and devils.
There's something like
dinosaurs.
A horde of about 1,000 type 4 demons or something like that. Something ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Was that before or after Bloodstone Pass?
Bloodstone Pass was H1. Now, Bloodstone Pass was pretty good. It incorporated all the battle system rules. And the whole idea was that your high-level party, it was for levels 15 to 18-ish, around that sort of level. Or 16 to 20, something like that. And the idea was your high-level party would go around the land doing heroic deeds to get people on side to fight in this battle, and you hopefully by the end of it, you'd got an army that was big enough, because you would then have a pitched battle system battle.
Yeah, because that's when TSR was coming out with all their battle system rules. Yeah.
H1 and H3 were the 2 battle system modules in that series, I believe. H2 and H4 weren't the battle system, though you could use battle system for some of the combat, I would guess. But that series just got sillier as it went on. H1 was actually quite good because of the politicking that was involved. There'd be quite a lot of role play in there, and it was quite varied. But H1's expensive nowadays because of the battle system counters.
Well, yeah, because didn't that come with like the little like cardboard folding? Yeah. And good luck finding those still like uncut.
5 or 6 years ago, a used version was going for about £80 on eBay, probably about $100, and things have gone up since. So I'd imagine you're looking at about $200 for a complete H1. But H1's worth it if you can find it complete and for a sensible price, because there's a lot of adventure in there. I think it's quite good.
That's like what is it? X1 Isle of Dread.
Isle of Dread. Well, that's a mid
That
mid
could
level.
be either completely easy, or you're never gonna live through it.
It's so expandable. That's the thing.
Yeah,
about
exactly.
It's so expandable. So it's what
it all
DM
depends on how you want to run it.
I can see how you'd fit. I'm using battle system would fix Q1 in a way. It would make it more entertaining, because as it's written, it's shit.
Yeah.
It really is. It was a mess. It's got some good ideas. It's one of those ones that Gygax's notes went to Sutherland, who pieced it all together and came out with some madcap steampunky style thing, which was odd. But if you fix the bad bits and rework the Abyss, how do you do that? Yeah, I don't know. But there's the idea of a good adventure in there, but it, as presented, no, it was awful. The map was based on the. I heard that as well. Yes. Yeah. There's a few adventures that were good ideas, but shame about the execution. What I mean, Lost Tomb of Martek. So many good ideas in there, but just felt so poorly executed. But the ideas were fantastic. It's one of the most imaginative adventures that I've ever come across. But it was just presented in this annoyingly linear and unsatisfying way that just skipped through all the best bits really quickly.
It's still not as good as the Forest Oracle.
Well, Forest Oracle's just
I was
absolute shit show.
joking.
Yeah, well, they did up until Lorraine Williams took over, and she put a stop to all of that. I mean, when Gygax was there, apparently they did a lot of gaming. So up until about sort of 81, 82, they were doing gaming after hours, testing all the stuff, and then all that sort of fell by the wayside when they had deadlines to meet and all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's when it all fell off. And that's when the UK version of TSR started being the producer of the good stuff, and the US TSR was very patchy, very, very patchy. You got some good bits and pieces. I mean, Ravenloft came out in 83, didn't it? And that was a good
82, 83, yeah, somewhere around there.
Boltron's Beacon was decent. That was I want to say I8, but no, it was I7 or I8. Boltron's Beacon was all right. I'm going through my head the various.
The only problem with Ravenloft was I don't think people knew how to run it properly.
No, it broke new ground.
Yeah, and everybody was used to hack and slash dungeon crawls, and it was anything but.
Absolutely.
And like you said, it broke new ground. And I think it was and we tried running it, but back then we were like 13, 14 years old, and we made a total freaking mess of it.
Yeah.
Now,
I can imagine.
Now I would love somebody to run it now when we're our age. I think it'd be so cool.
Yeah, there is anachronisms in. There are anachronisms in there, but there are anachronisms in D&D. Full stop. But yes, it stands out more. No, I mean, yeah, the I series was very up and down. I4 was a really good adventure. It was poorly written, but it plays beautifully.
Which one was I for?
Oasis of the White Palm.
Okay, yeah, I have that somewhere. Yeah, I have all.
Really,
yeah,
I think it's probably is it the strongest of the I series? I1 is good. I3 is fun, but has its issues. I4 is really good. I6 is really good, and Boltron's Beacon, I7 or I8. Ravager of Time, another one in the I series. I've never run it. I'd love to run it. It's a Graham Morris one, written by the UK. I'd like to run that. Never have. But after that, I don't know about the Day of Al Akbar. I skim read bits of it. Don't know much about it. I-10 was a disappointment. And then you got into the Needle and that sort of stuff. And, yeah, I didn't like Needle at all. Didn't like it. So what are the decent modules that came out after 82, 83? UK series, Ravenloft.
Yeah. Saltmarsh was awesome.
Saltmarsh came out in 81, 82, though, didn't it?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
JK, I'm just going through my head.
I'm trying to think.
What year did Assassin's Knot come out? Wasn't that 83, 84? L2. That was decent. L1, but Secret of Bone Hill, followed by Assassin's Knot. They were decent.
I'm now going to have to go get out my stuff from upstairs.
Then there was Treasure Hunt was okay. That came out about 85-ish, 85, 86. That was all right. Not wonderful. L3, L2 was 1980, but L2 was another one that would have benefited from editing. You had to go digging for all those important bits of information, because while Len Lakofka had some really good ideas in there, he really could have done with somebody, an editor, going through, okay, you need to rearrange this so that it's more understandable. Treasure Hunt, N4. I want to say N4. It wasn't inspiringly good, but it was fun. The S series, Sojkamp, came out in 82. Was it 82? Was it 82 or 83? That was good. That was really.
Yeah.
86 for Treasure Hunt. Okay. Yep. But yeah, things did go downhill because it was all Dragonlance, wasn't it? All Dragonlance.
Oh, yeah. Don't even get me started on them. Holy crap.
I didn't mind the setting. I thought the setting had plenty of potential.
Yeah,
those adventures were so linear.
I will give you that. The setting was pretty cool, but it wasn't an adventure. You played a novel.
Yeah. And Halakha, you're absolutely right there. The guy gets to be around long enough to finish the Demon Web and Temple of Elemental Evil. Yeah, so much, but they would have been so much better.
Yeah. When did the Giants come out?
Oh, 77, 78.
All right.
78. It was the first AD&D adventure. So I'm gonna say 78.
Like,
77.
what was it?
No, Monster Manual 77, Giants were 78, Player's Handbook was 78, Dungeon Master's Guide 79.
And I know this is way before like 84, 82, whenever you were saying, but like Descent into the Depths of the Earth.
D1 and D2 came out separately in 78. D1 and D2 combined came out in 81. I want to say.
See, I honestly think they had really good potential.
Oh yeah.
But yet again, people they were used to B1, B2.
Well, these weren't easy modules to run. The Giant series, Descent to the Depths of the Earth, are not easy modules to run.
Exactly. And they were really good, but nobody knew how to run them.
No. When I hear somebody say that series was dull, hack and slash, they're wrong.
Oh, I'll admit, like we did the Giant series with my group, and that's all we did. We didn't play them properly. Whereas, like the Hill Giants, most of them you should have tried to sneak around. Whereas all we did was walk in, pull out our two-handed sword, and say, "Screw you."
There's plenty of scope in the Giant series for good tactics and negotiation. And if the parties want to go in and kill everything, it's going to be tough. and
Oh,
it can
you're
get.
gonna die.
But thankfully, last time I ran it, G2 got into a bit of a slugfest, whereas G1 they did a lot of sneaking around, a lot of planning, a lot of subterfuge, and they played it really well. G2 was a bit of a slugfest. G3 they started off really well. Well, no, it took 4 attempts to get in there, but once they got in, they were going really, really well, and then they just got cocky.
See, like G1, if you play it smart, just burn the place down.
Can't damp, make the wood
Oh
damp.
yeah, but you can still try to manage to do it. And then of course you lose all your treasure and everything else. But you can get away without having to fight everything. G2 though is kind of tough.
G2 is probably the closest to a slugfest in that
Yeah, and it's just that in the conditions. If the DM wants to be a real butthead,
Yeah,
he can have you taking cold damage all the time. And,
yeah.
and you can actually do that in
Texture.
G3.
Only speed.
Yeah, you can do that in G3 with all the smoke and the fumes and everything too. Yeah.
Absolutely. But no, I do like having module chats. But I'm going to draw this stream to a close
All right,
because
John.
I work in the morning. Thank you, everybody, for taking part. I know. I'm sorry the book finished a little bit sooner than we would have liked. We died. All
As
because
usual.
to play with your dongs. That one point of skill loss was what killed you effectively in that fight. Otherwise, you'd have beaten that thing easily because the dice weren't that bad. That you'd have won for it. You'd have got through it with about 7 health left. We've got plenty of provisions left, so we could easily have continued. So it was one of them. But hey ho. Well, it looks like I'll be running Gaslight Cthulhu next week, so I will get the event on the Discord in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. Thank you, Joker. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, chat. Thank you,
for
everyone
running.
who
I
has
appreciate it.
donated memberships and stuff tonight. I'll be back again next Wednesday when Midweek Geek will be back because there's no planned football match. I only found out about the football match on the Tuesday, so it was one of those. Yeah. And it was okay. Holly's playing football tomorrow night. Okay. And you're driving. Where to? Oh, it's an hour away. Right. Okay. So what time are we setting off? 6:30. What time will we be back? About 10:30. Right. Okay. So I won't be streaming then. No. Okay.
Well,
hey ho.
thank you for your time. Have a
No
good
problem.
night, everybody.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everybody. Good night.